Now at 5, breaking news. Officer down. A routine traffic stop ends with a police officer killed in the line of duty. What we know at this hour. Plus, marijuana surplus. Tonight, as more states surrounding Idaho legalize weed, new numbers on just how profitable marijuana is. But first, an extended weekend. Water flows through the halls of one local school, canceling class. Tonight, the community coming together to help with cleanup. Your news starts right now.
You're watching Local News 8 at 5. Local people, local news.
Good evening. A wet mess at an Inkom school brings out the best in people. The Inkom community came together when a pipe burst in an Inkom elementary school classroom. A Chubbuck business also came in to lend a hand. And tonight's top story, Local News 8's Dennis Valera talked with the businesses and is here now with what they're doing. Dennis.
Chris, we showed our viewers this video yesterday. This is what one classroom looked like after a pipe burst on Friday. 3 classrooms there will be needing a lot of supplies and equipment replaced, and Ruckin Art Cleaning and Restoration is aiming to help with that.
I like to do good things for the community if I can.
Here's David Romriel doing what he thinks is right.
It was my way to give back to all those people who have given back to me in the past.
He was eating lunch with an employee Friday when his wife saw this on Facebook. Then
my wife gave me a call stating the Inkom Elementary School was flooding.
After seeing the Facebook post showing all the damage inside the school, the next decisions came easy. Get down here to Inkom, get over here to the school, and then get the water out all free of charge.
Seeing what the water did to the class supplies and equipment, Romriel then got another idea. Start giving the school 10% of what his business earns for the next couple of weeks.
I feel the teachers don't get paid what they should be because a lot of the supplies that they have is usually out of pocket. And it's to help them so they can actually restock their supplies and hopefully, like the post said, get back to normal.
While the Facebook post says 3 weeks, Romriel intends to give longer.
If they mention the promotion, we'll continue to donate to the teachers.
It's really great what he's doing there. Now, while the water is out of the school, classes have been canceled at Inkom Elementary on Monday and Tuesday to give more time to clean up. Live in studio, I'm Dennis Valera.
Thanks, Dennis. An update now on the Jefferson County home invasion last month. The suspect, William Schinkel, you see him here, is now out of the hospital and in the Jefferson County Jail. The sheriff's office says Schinkel broke into a home in Rigby on East 300 North, and instead of getting away with anything, Schinkel was shot by the homeowner's son. He's been in the hospital since the October 27th incident. The sheriff's office says a second suspect is still on the loose. This investigation is ongoing. And that home invasion in October is rare. In fact, Jefferson County has some of the fewest burglaries of any county in Idaho. A new FBI crime report lists Rexburg and Rigby as 2 of the cities with the lowest burglaries. Local News 8's Esme Carriego went out to find out what people are saying about this and the good news. Esme?
Well, Chris, very good news there. Yes, I did go out, and so far, Spirit Lake only had 2 burglaries this year. The college town of Rexburg, which is the home of Brigham Young University, Idaho, has a population of 12,000 people, only had 20 reported burglaries. Burglaries can happen to you at any time. Crooks can break in through windows and doors. A BYU Idaho student says she feels safe in her city.
I think majority there's just, I don't know, pretty good people here. So, I mean, there are a lot of cops and they do a good job doing their job. But I think there's a lot of just good people here that don't feel the need to steal.
Kimberly, Lewiston, and McCall were cities that had high burglary zones. And a full list of cities are on our website at localnews8.com. Live in the studio, I'm Esme Curiega.
Esme, thank you so much. Tonight at 10, we're going to talk to the local Rigby police chief and find out how they are keeping cities safe from crooks. And here's another bragging right. According to 24/7 Wall Street, Idaho is the 5th safest state in the nation. High-income areas generally have lower violent crime rates. But get this, Idaho is one of just 3 of the 10 safest states where the median household income is below the national annual median of $50,000. Here's a list we recovered from the site. 24/7 Wall Street Journal. According to 24/7 Wall Street Journal, Vermont topped the list of safest surrounding states. Wyoming and Utah also made the list. And if you can guess which state is the most dangerous, it's Alaska. Nevada comes in at 2nd. An overnight fire in Rexburg sent flames several feet into the air. Take a look at some of these pictures that we got from the Rexburg Fire Department. Just incredible. The fire broke out around 2 this morning, and when firefighters got to the home on East 3625 North, they found 2 garages burning. 2 nearby homes were in danger of catching fire. One of the homes did suffer some minor damage. Both garages are a complete loss. You can There's no word on what caused the fire, and no one was hurt. Let's talk some weather now with Chris Nessman, who is here now. And Chris, we've got some cold, some snow, you know, it's time to bundle up.
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty busy week. Now today wasn't too bad. It was, you could say, the calm between the storms, because this is what it looked like this afternoon. A lot of those mid to high level clouds, still not too bad. And again, this is from Jackson Snow King. You can see just the upper Tetons have snow. Those snow levels will be dropping in the next little bit. And here's a look at Jackson downtown. This is kind of the calm time of the year before the major tourist season hits as far as the snow skiing goes. Now, you'll notice Viper Radar, there's a lot going on out west. Not quite close to home just yet. That will be changing very, very soon. And we'll talk about those storms coming up. As for tonight, we're going to start to see it move on in. 50% chance of showers, especially as we move to those early morning hours, Chris. And we've got more storms after this one that we'll talk about in the full forecast.
It's time to break out the jackets if you haven't already. Thanks, Chris. Let's talk consumer news now. We're going to go to Washington State for this one. The Evergreen State says sales for marijuana products has surpassed $200 million in just one quarter. That's the first time this has ever happened. Second quarter sales amounted to nearly $212 million in state revenue. Recreational pot was legalized in Washington State back in 2012. And back in southeast Idaho, a federal judge has approved search warrants allowing federal authorities to take samples from potato farmers. The samples will be used to check for a microscopic potato pest known as the Pell cyst nematode. Samples had been taken before several farmers filed the lawsuit trying to stop the testing. The nematode can reduce crop production by 80%. Testing will take place in Bingham County this week. The University of Wyoming president will be making a stop in Jackson to discuss the future of the college. President Lori Nichols and other school leaders will visit 10 communities, including Jackson. The school leaders want to hear the public's opinion on Wyoming's only public four-year university. The first session will take place on November 30th in Jackson and Cody, Wyoming. This is in addition to a series of discussions on campus that's focused on developing a roadmap for the college. While the University of Wyoming president plans a stop in western Wyoming, President-elect Donald Trump is working to put his team together in Washington, D.C. Those conversations, though, are raising new questions about his top choices so far and his signature plan to create jobs. ABC's Mary Bruce is following the Trump transition and has more.
Smiling and statesmanlike, the president-elect eager for another round of meetings, but a frustrated Donald Trump still venting about the Broadway hit show Hamilton.
We truly hope that this show has inspired you to uphold our American values and to work on behalf of all of us.
Trump demanding the actors and producers apologize for addressing Vice President-elect Mike Pence after Friday night's show.
They were very inappropriate.
But Pence doesn't seem to agree.
I can tell you, I wasn't offended by what was said.
At Trump's New Jersey golf club, a parade of cabinet contenders waving to the cameras. But already Trump's team forced to defend his headline picks, like National Security Advisor Lieutenant General Michael Flynn, who's called Islam a cancer.
Is he in line with how President-elect Trump views Islam?
Well, I think so. I mean, look, phrasing can always be done differently, but clearly there are some aspects of that faith that are problematic.
And Trump's Attorney General picked Senator Jeff Sessions, who was rejected 30 years ago for a federal judgeship.
I am not a racist.
He's still denying charges of racist behavior to this day.
The only fair thing to do is ask a lot of questions, very thorough questions, and then make an opinion.
Scrutiny is also falling on Trump's much-touted trillion-dollar infrastructure plan. How will it be financed, and who will pay?
Now the details seem to be more inclined towards tax cuts for private companies, tax credits for private companies. For example, if you're a private company and you're building a bridge, you might want to put a toll on that bridge in order to monetize it. That will be a key question going forward.
Just 2 months until Inauguration Day. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Bedminster, New Jersey.
Idaho's Lieutenant Governor Brad Little will be making his way to eastern Idaho. Little will speak at the Idaho State University College of Business's Wells Fargo Speaker Series. This is going to take place next Monday. That's the 28th. It will be in the Wood River Room of the Pond Student Union. The event will go for about 40 minutes. It's going to be from 12:20 to 1 p.m. Texas Roadhouse is getting in the holiday spirit. The restaurant in Ammon is raising money for this year's Shop with a Cop event. You can see their flyer there. It is happening on December 1st. Tickets are $10 and each includes a meal and a drink. The proceeds go to the 2016 Shop with a Cop event. The tickets can be purchased at the Idaho Falls Police Department, the Bonneville County Sheriff's Office, or at the Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Centers. Family and friends gathered today to help out a Pocatello family. Dustin Skinner died nearly 3 weeks ago after his truck crashed into a concrete bridge on Garrett Way. Dustin worked at Duffy's running karaoke night. The owner of Duffy says that he was a great guy and she wanted to help his family in some way. Members of the community donated several items to be auctioned off today. There was also a dart tournament to raise money. All the money raised will go to Dustin's family for funeral expenses and for his 2 young kids. Dustin's mom says she is extremely grateful for all of this support.
Dustin's memory in his life, it shows that people really did appreciate and love him. And so I'm so grateful that they're watching out for his children and who need this at this time.
Coming up tonight, we'll hear more from Dustin's family about what this fundraiser means to them. Hunt on! A Weston woman competing to be the next Extreme Huntress needs your help. We told you about Lindsay Christensen's attempt at the title a couple of months ago. After becoming one of 6 women to make it on the international competition, Christensen now needs your help. Local News 8's Misty Inglet has been following this story and has the latest for us.
It's been 4 months since Lindsay returned from the competition in Hondo, Texas. Each girl already has a judge's score and a skills score, but public voting is the final piece that will determine the winner. Right now, Lindsay is in the lead. With nearly 3,000 votes, her total is nearly double that of second place. But November voting is even more important to her.
How they've divided out the voting points, half of it goes to cumulative vote total and the other half goes to whoever wins the most voting periods. So I won the first 3 months or 3 voting periods, so this is the 4th month. So if I win this month, then no one can win more voting periods than me, so I'll get the max points in that area, so that's really what I'm hoping to do.
Lindsay says when they left Texas, the judges said the top 3 girls were so close that it would likely come down to the voting. She says the 9-month competition has been a lot of work, but she's grateful for the community's help.
It makes me feel like, I don't know, kind of glad, happy, overwhelmed. Just to have the support from the community and something that means so much to me is just an awesome feeling, and so I'm really grateful for the support that I've received.
Lindsay says her time in Texas also made her even more ambitious.
I've always loved to travel, but going there to the 777 ranch in Texas and seeing animals from, like 90 different countries has really sparked my interest in learning about hunting and conservation in other countries, so hopefully I'll be able to do that.
In Weston, I'm Misty Inglet.
You can vote once a month through January 5th. We've put links on how you can vote on our website, localnews8.com. The winner will be announced January 7th in Dallas. A warning for hunters tonight after a deer is found with a chronic disease. Still to come tonight, where officials say it was found and why they aren't surprised by this discovery. Plus,
some of music's biggest acts at the American Music Awards tonight. I'm Lauren Lister in Los Angeles. More from the red carpet coming up.
And we've got several storms on the way. I'll have the details and when next.
Local people, local news. You're watching Local News 8 at 5.
a developing story right now. A San Antonio, Texas police officer killed in the line of duty. The officer writing a traffic ticket outside of police headquarters. ABC's Chuck Severson is following this Texas tragedy.
A San Antonio police officer was shot outside of police headquarters just before noon.
I've got an officer down in front of headquarters.
The officer had just pulled over a vehicle and was writing a traffic ticket.
Well, in the process of conducting that traffic stop, an unknown suspect parked his vehicle behind Detective Marconi's patrol car and approached him while he was sitting behind the wheel of his patrol vehicle. When the suspect reached the driver's side door, he fired a gunshot toward Detective Marconi, striking him in the head. The suspect then reached in through the open window and fired a second shot.
I need EMS right now.
But medics could not save the officer's life.
This type of senseless violence is unacceptable.
Police have released a surveillance photo of the suspect's car fleeing police headquarters after the shooting, describing the suspect as a black male wearing a hoodie, baggy pants, and a beard.
We consider this suspect to be extremely dangerous and a clear threat to law enforcement officers and the public.
So far, police have no motive in the officer's slaying. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News, New York.
Happening right now, the Wyoming Fish and Game issuing a warning after a mule deer was found with a fatal neurological disorder. The buck mule deer was found in the Shoshone National Forest after being shot by a hunter. This is the third hunting area near Yellowstone National Park where the disease has been found. Wyoming Fish and Game says they're not surprised by this. It shows the importance of having a management plan. The disease impacts elk, moose, and deer.
All right, taking a look at your weather for today. A lot of folks hunting. Well, it hasn't been too bad in the weather department, but we are going to be seeing more showers and storms. And again, 56 degrees. It's a little optimistic with the sun because you see from the Farm Bureau Skycam, it's pretty cloudy out there because we've got several storms sliding in. And this one's a very complex one. We've got lots of patches of moisture from the south, Pacific, and even from up north. So we're going to get a series of parts of moisture. You can already see the first wave coming up just south of Salt Lake City. That'll be moving into the Pocatello region over the next couple hours. So here's midnight. See, sliding into the southeast high country. And as we move through Monday, you've got one part coming in from the Pacific, another part coming from the south, and they slowly kind of merge. They're going to take their time doing so. And frankly, a lot of it will happen in the eastern high country. So places like Arco really aren't going to get a whole lot out of the system. You're going to get a few drops and stuff, but don't count on heavy showers. I-15 corridor east, yeah, it's going to be heavier, and that's what we'll be seeing Monday. Tuesday morning, a few lingering showers in western Wyoming, and then by Tuesday afternoon, everything clears out. Of course, then we have Wednesday, where our next storm comes in, and this one will be cooler once the storm passes through, so expect more snow showers than rain showers out of this storm. Tonight's lows, tomorrow's highs, 20s, 30s, and highs in the 40s. With again, off and on showers next couple days in the extended forecast. Central Mountain, similar story, 30s and 40s. With again, few showers in the morning. By the afternoon, the Central Mountain area will actually start to dry out tomorrow. Not so much for the eastern part of the state into western Wyoming. In fact, Jackson, count on a fairly wet day for the next couple days. Same thing with Soda Springs. I mean, look at that, 70% chance, 40%. Those are pretty good totals that we're expecting over the next couple days. Idaho Falls extended forecast. You see we have the off and on conditions. Again, Monday's storm will be more rain. Wednesday's storm, the precipitation comes after the cold front, so we're looking more on the snow side. Still not a lot of snow as there'll be more rain-snow mix, and then we shift back to rain Friday, rain-snow mix Saturday, Sunday, so it's flip-flopping on us constantly this week. Pocatello, good chances of rain tomorrow, break Tuesday, another round Wednesday, and then for your Thanksgiving, doesn't look too bad. In fact, Thursday looks to be an okay day if you do plan to do like a turkey bowl outside, or you're going to try to fry your turkey on your driveway outside. It won't be too chilly, at least from what it could be. Chilly in Jackson, though, high of 32 for your Thanksgiving holiday.
So I have to point out your little turkey graphic that you've got there. He looks like he's like watching around for some hunter to come after him.
Could be, because you know what our other turkey graphic is?
What?
He's on a plate. I didn't put that one up, but it'll pop up eventually.
All right. Thanks, Chris. And with such chilly temperatures, it's a good night to sit in front of the TV and watch some of the biggest acts in music. Coming up right after the break, we're headed to Los Angeles for a preview of tonight's American Music Awards. We'll be right back after this. Tonight's a big night for American music. Right now, Los Angeles is prepping for the American Music Awards, touting itself as the world's biggest fan-voted award show. Performers on the live broadcast are scheduled to include Lady Gaga, Maroon 5, the Chainsmokers. That's just to name a few. ABC's Lauren Lister is on the red carpet with more.
Good evening. Up for the honor of Artist of the Year here tonight, Justin Bieber, Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Rihanna, and Carrie Underwood. Fans cast their votes for a month to determine those nominees. One of them will win, and here's what else music lovers can expect.
The hits just don't stop.
Some of music's biggest acts set to take the stage at tonight's American Music Awards.
Green Day, 21 Pilots.
The AMAs are so different from every other award show because all the awards are chosen by the fans.
Fans voted for the winners.
That's why I need a one dance. Got a Hennessy in my hand.
And heading into the night, hip-hop artist Drake is positioned to score, leading in nominations with 13, a record.
That's more nominations than Michael Jackson received for Thriller. He received 11. That used to be the record.
Other artists racking up nominations this year: Rihanna, Adele, and Justin Bieber.
Forget false lashes.
Hosting the show, runway model and the face of Maybelline, Gigi Hadid, with comedian and Saturday Night Live alumni Jay Farrow, known for his impressions.
So Chappelle's like, hold on, baby. Everybody just calm down, son.
I could tell you that in the monologue, we're not going to be safe.
And musical icon Sting is being honored with the Award of Merit, last given out in 2008. And Sting is also expected to perform a medley during the show. Other exciting acts set to include Ariana Grande and Nicki Minaj doing a duet, and Justin Bieber appearing all the way from Switzerland, where he's on tour. Lauren Lister, ABC News, Los Angeles.
That music makes you want to dance. You can catch the awards, the performances, and excitement right here on Local News 8. The American Music Awards gets underway in just about 30 minutes. It's a 2-hour show, and it starts at 6. Bonneville County now has a new queen. Last night, Bonneville High School senior Sarah King received the crown. Our own Tasha Davis, you see her there in the front of this picture, hosted the event. Sarah played a violin solo composed by Julius Massenet called the Meditation. 19 girls competed in the Miss Bonneville pageant, and Sarah was contestant number 11. Her platform was, quote, "I will promote kindness through acts of service in my community." Last week, we got a taste of cold weather, and we're still getting that cold taste. Chris Nessman has a final look at your forecast coming up. A final look at your Thanksgiving forecast.
Pretty wet. Taking a look at it, we've got lots of showers tomorrow, a bit of a break Tuesday, another around Wednesday. And the Wednesday one, the showers will happen after the storm slides through. So that 42 is a bit deceptive because I do think we'll be getting some snow on Wednesday. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then, of course, a break for Thanksgiving proper. And then the weekend after Thanksgiving, well, off and on showers continue. So the good news of this is your Thanksgiving day itself isn't going to be too bad. Downside is a lot of folks will be traveling the Wednesday before or the weekend after, and those will be a bit on the messy side. So obviously, take some bottled water, blankets, basic winter safety gear for your Thanksgiving travels, because, roads can get slick sometimes. And certainly in the mountain passes, it'll be sketchy at times.
Thanks, Chris. And a quick correction. The AMA is actually aired tonight at 7 here. We said 6. It's tonight at 7. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.